What's going on, guys? MitchCactus here, coming back with another Forza Horizon 5 related video. Now, of course, this video is going to be slightly different than the other videos I typically make, and will of course be covering a very highly spoken about topic as of recent, with a bunch of articles potentially displaying Forza Horizon 5 and its release date being possible to be released as of 2021. A lot of people have been wondering, well, where would this be released? What kind of features could we see? And are really just begging for some information, as Forza has been quite quiet about it ever since the release of Forza Horizon 4. Now, just for a brief backstory, initially there was meant to be a motorsport game before, and the Horizon would be a sequel that would essentially be an after release of that. So what I mean by that is, to elaborate, would be that Forza Motorsport 8 was initially meant to come out, and Forza Horizon 5 would follow a year after, or so initially was thought. Although there was a little trail of Forza Motorsport 8 at E3, or the event, it seems that there might actually be a progression in the potential theory of Forza Horizon 5 being released first. Now, of course, this actually does make sense from a business perspective. As is publicly available and very publicly known throughout the greater Forza community, Forza Horizon games have been the ones that have had a significantly higher degree of commercial success. Now, most of this is attributed to the fact that it's of course a little more of an inviting game due to its free roaming nature, and not quite as seriously taken as motorsport is, or at least competitive for those who are simply looking to chill and have a good time. Despite this though, Forza Horizon 5, there's been quite a few maps that have been theorized throughout the community, and I've covered the possibility of it being released in Japan and Dubai as of now. And another map that has been theorized is of course Brazil. So this video I'll be going on about Brazil, its potential advantages, disadvantages, and whether I think it will be possible that it actually may be the release map for Forza Horizon 5. Now, of course, if you guys want to stay up to date with any sort of Forza Horizon 5 news, or other tutorials, giveaways and glitches for Horizon 4, make sure to go ahead and subscribe with notifications on, and smash the like button. And right now, go ahead and comment where you want to see Horizon 5 come out. Now, I'm sure a lot of the community do want to see it in Japan, however there is still a great deal of the community from Brazil who do want to see it in that area. Now, of course, it being in Brazil would more specifically have locations such as Rio de Janeiro and other sorts of locations that would be quite significant tourism spots within the game, just like how in Forza Horizon 4 we have Edinburgh as a part of the greater map of Britain. Now, there would still be a lot of areas for good races, very scenic areas with high mountains, good drifting spots just like people want in Japan, and of course the overall good beaches, just like we saw in Forza Horizon 3. Personally, and based off what I've seen in Brazil and what could be possible for a map, it would definitely be possible for it to be quite extensive, have all the features we're looking for, however the change of scenery would be quite significant from a location such as Japan. The main thing that we would be missing out on if it were not to be in Japan would be the different car scene, as of course the Brazil car scene would be much different to that of the Asian descent. Now, as we've seen in Forza Horizon 4, there are a fair few cars that have actually been themed to be or circulate around the Britain lifestyle, or at least car scene, and we'd expect to be able to see the same if it were to be in Brazil. Therefore, the possibility of us seeing a lot of JDM type cars, a lot of those wide body, bumper delete kits would be less likely. However, the overall map scenery would still be up to par with that of pretty much any other location, given the geographical locations and availability for those kind of race events, drifting areas, drag areas, straight highways, countryside, and etc. However, even if the game was to be set in Brazil, it is still entirely possible that we could see the same JDM cars, bumper deletes, all those kind of customization features that are iconically present in the car scenes in areas such as Japan. There is actually a possibility that we could see some sort of Tokyo Drift or Japan DLC in a new Horizon 5 game, regardless of where it was, even if it was to not be in Japan. So some people might be upset thinking, oh well, I want to see those JDM cars, I want to see those bumper deletes, those customization features that are iconic to the Japan car scene, but a lot of people overlooked that it's entirely possible that we could still see those regardless of where the game is set. Now, personally, I'm not the strongest contender for it to be in Brazil. I think somewhere like Dubai, Japan, even California would definitely have their pros and cons, but Brazil is definitely a good map selection based off what we could see, the availability of areas where you could race and have the same free roam balance and all that kind of fun. And however, one disadvantage of course would be the potential difference in car scene that may not be what the greater Forza community is looking for. Now I'm going to continue to go over all the maps and possibilities we could see, covering the pros and cons on my channel, so if you guys would like to stay up to date with that, make sure to go ahead and subscribe with notifications on and smash the like button. If you have any pros and cons you want to comment about Brazil, or what map you want to see it like I initially asked, make sure you guys go ahead and comment that down below, as I'm happy to go ahead and see what you guys think and the overall viewpoints about Brazil, as I do definitely think it could be a good contender as a map. However, unless there was a good DLC, which I think could be entirely possible, it could be missing a few significant parts of the game that people are really looking for in an updated variant of Forza Horizon 4. So guys, it's going to wrap it up. Hope you all did enjoy. Thank you so much for watching.